welcome. It's good to see you all here. Remember to breathe in deep and exhale through the mouth. If you can guess what today's intention is, go ahead and shoot your shot in the chat. Some of you may have just come from my post where I told you what the intention is. Let's see if you can figure it out just based off of the feeling. No one's guessed the intention yet, so keep on guessing. See what this intention is. Feel it in your body. Reiki will respond to your body individually in very different ways, but we'll see if there's anyone who is tuned into the subtlety of the intention, maybe even using a little bit of telepathy here as I send you these energies. It can be similar to abundance. It can be similar to wealth. You do need this to have those things. I often get different members of these live streams have special requests. So if you wish for me to go slower, go faster, if you wish for me to do more plucking, then make sure that you're getting a mini Reiki session. That way I can take in your request. Otherwise, I do have premeditated and intuitive hand movements based off of the intention. So I won't be taking your requests as they come in through the chat. So if you have a special request, make sure that you're submitting that through a mini Reiki session. Because honestly, if I were to take your guys' requests, you guys would give me 2 hours of plucking. And I'm like, my arms will hurt if I do 2 hours of plucking straight. Destiny, if you are looking for healthy pregnancy Reiki, I am able to do that in an individual session. If you'd like a mini session, go ahead and reserve your spot through the link in my bio. All right, so no one has guessed it yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spill the beans. Today's intention is for self-worth. So self-worth is related to wealth, is related to abundance, it's related to a lot. I always say that self-worth is the currency of the soul, and if you are looking to manifest more abundance into your life, if you are looking to manifest more success in any direction, it is important that you have a healthy relationship to your self-worth. With that being said, a lot of times we have self-doubt. A lot of times we have these insecurities that we feed into. A lot of times we have these narratives that we tell ourselves over and over and over again that do not resonate with what our spirit self knows about us, what our inner being knows about us. So today, for this live stream, as we're doing collective Reiki, we are focusing on self-worth. Self-worth is in the solar plexus, so you may feel a couple different energies shifting or moving about in your tummy area or even the heart space as well. Sometimes I do have clients receive self-worth Reiki a lot in the chest space. So with that being said, let me go ahead and introduce myself. Hello to everyone who's here. Can I get a couple emojis in the chat? Let us get a money bag and some fire emojis. A money bag and some fire emojis. I feel like that's the only emojis that can kind of correlate to self-worth. The fire being from the solar plexus, and then because self-worth to me is the currency of the soul. So glad to see you all here. Love to have you come and heal with me. Thank you so much for giving yourself this time today to recollect. I'm not sure what's been going on in your guys' lives today or even this week, but today, right now at least, it's time to recollect. It's time to reflect. It's time to let go. It's time to heal. It's time to breathe. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're doing that now together. To introduce myself to some of you guys who are new here, my name is Melody Unique, but I also go by Mystique Awakening on the internet. I am an energy healer and a spiritual mentor. I've been doing this happily and obsessively for the past 4 years. And on these live streams, I love to start with a collective Reiki so that everyone can heal together. Come on in, feel like a cozy little community. I always like to say this is the safest place on the internet. And when we're done with the collective Reiki, we get right into mini Reiki sessions. Mini Reiki sessions are sessions that are just sent straight to you. So they happen here on the live stream. Everyone gets to watch unless you want a private session. But everyone gets to watch and see what it's like to have me tap into someone's energy. Have me read what is going on with you. So what blockages you have, overactivity, underactivity, if you have trauma stuck in some sort of place, if there are messages from your spirit guides, your higher self, or your inner being that need to be translated to you, I let you know all of those messages. And then not only do I locate where some blockages are or some imbalances are, maybe you're holding on to negativity, we then go ahead and heal that, or at least start the healing process of it. I always give you resources and recommendations to help you maintain the healing after the session, because the last thing I want to do is have you all nice and healed, and then the second you get off of the live stream or you get out of your session, you're just resorting back to the same old tactics and you get blocked again, or you feel negative again, you feel tired again, you feel not yourself again. So it's always my job to ensure that you are not manifesting dangerous health concerns for yourself, and you get to manifest your dream reality instead. So go ahead and get your place in line for those mini Reiki sessions so that when we start that section of the live stream, you're already good to go. You can go to the link in my bio, hit mini Reiki session, and let me know your area of concern or your manifestation. In the meantime, who is feeling this Reiki energy? Show me some love in the chat. Who's feeling this energy so far? I've gone on live streams, I think, 3 times this week. Who's been here all 3 times? Let me know. Yes, Reiki can help with allergy symptoms. This is the first time I've seen you and desperately needed some extra support and guidance. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks so much for allowing me to take up some of your time and space today so that you can feel more relaxed, get centered back into who you truly are, reawaken yourself to pure consciousness instead of falling asleep to the matrix or to ego or to your autopilot. Who else is it? Who else is the first timer here? Let me know the first timers who are here. Hi, Amy, AH, Alina, Ayla, Emma, Marquel, Jill, Laura. They're coming in so fast I can't say everyone, sorry. Dana, Natalia. Hello, hello, Mama C. So many first timers, what the heck? Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to have you guys here. For the first timers, love this. I wonder if it's also your first time to Reiki as well, not just to me. If it is, 2 birds, 1 stone, and we're loving it. How do we get a private session? Alana, go to the link in my bio, hit mini Reiki session, and let me know your area of concern or a certain manifestation that you want to boost. Not everything has to be, I want less anxiety. It can just be, well, I want to open myself up to a new partner. I am opening a new business and I would like some more motivation as I get started. Anything like that. This is the perfect place if you are looking to learn more about energy, if you're looking to learn more about spirituality, if you're looking to learn more about healing in your healing journey. Now that we have everyone here, let's go ahead and make sure that we are all in sync with one another. We are a community here. Yes, it's online. Yes, we're all watching from different places in the world. But energetically, we're all here. We're all tuning in. We're giving our focus and our time and our energy into this little space. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are fully connected and immersed into this experience by making sure that our posture is good. So let's go ahead and sit up tall and straight no matter where you are. Don't be lazy on me. We're going to make sure that you're sitting up tall and straight. That way that you're able to really have a clearer channel, if you will, for the healing energy that we are doing. Your spine is the source of so many great things in your body, energetically speaking. And so when we have a straight and aligned spine, we actually have a better ability to process emotion. We have a better ability to breathe. We have a better ability to connect to our own intuition and facilitate a better flow of energy throughout our whole entire being, which is the point of you being here right now. So again, our intention is self-worth today. Every single live stream we have a different intention. Today is all about self-worth. So a lot of you will feel that in your solar plexus. Some of you may feel it in your heart space or even in your mind, your thoughts and how you're just overall feeling about yourself. So with that being said, we're going to make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall. plant your feet firmly on the ground. Super important, okay? So as you're planting your feet firmly on the ground, you are feeling supported. You have a foundation, you have a base. You're feeling a little bit more centered. You're feeling steady. We love to have a grounded state of being. It also allows you to connect more to Mother Earth when you are doing a grounding practice outside. So remember, everything I teach you here, you can take it outside and then ground using the energy of the earth, right? As you ground your energy into the earth, you are detoxing yourself. You're discharging the anxiety, you're discharging the stress, you're discharging the negative thoughts or the spirals of emotion that can happen within you, and you are discharging it out through your feet, right? We have these exit points essentially, and we're able to transfer energy outside of our being that no longer serves us. So with that being said, we're sitting up tall, our feet are planted down on the ground, we're taking our shoulders and we're rolling them up, back, and down so that they're laying nicely in their socket. If you want to do a little bit of a shoulder roll, you absolutely can. Unclench your jaw. Who's clenching your jaw right now? Unclench your jaw by separating your teeth and placing your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Relax all the muscles of the face, all the muscles of the body, down from the shoulders to the elbows, the wrists, the fingers, to the chest, the waist, the hips, all the way down to your knees, your shins, your ankles, and your toes, okay? We're gonna breathe in deep in through the nose. Feel the belly expand, and from the belly, we exhale out through the mouth, okay? Again, let's do it together. In through the nose. Feel the belly expand, and from the belly, exhale out through the mouth. Make a little sound as you do so. One more time, in through the nose. And out. Good, and continue breathing just like that at your own pace. You can consent to receive out loud in your head or even in the chat. And at any point in time that you are feeling this Reiki energy, go ahead and share some energy back with me. You can like this live stream, boost it to the community so others can find some time for peace, relaxation, and to boost their self-worth. If you know anyone who has been feeling very discouraged lately, or feeling very insecure, feeling very doubtful of their power or their potential, go ahead and share this live stream with them so they can be a part of our shared time here. Or for you first timers out there, go ahead and give me a follow so that you are notified every single time I go live or when I have a post, so we can continue our healing journey together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and shut up for just a little bit. I'm a talker, but I'm gonna go ahead and quiet myself down so you guys can listen to the subtle energies inside of your own body that are always talking to you. Your intuition's always communicating with you. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self is always finding a way to send you a message, but are you able to listen? So make sure that you're in a distraction-free space as we do this together, and keep on breathing. Everyone, take your hands, rub them together, get them all nice and warm. Feel that energy start to accumulate within the palms of your hand and your fingertips. And when it's nice and warm, go ahead and blow into your hands 3 times. Nice deep breaths. Place them on your belly, right above your navel, underneath your rib cage. You're going to tune into the fire element inside of your solar plexus, and keep your hands there for as long as they feel comfortable. If your arms start to hurt, then you can place them back on your lap, palms facing up. But I want you to feel how it feels to really charge your own battery pack. The solar plexus is your life force energy. It's your willpower. It is your determination, your motivation. It is your inner child. So it's also some joy. It's also some bliss. It's your gratitude as well. This area allows you to have self-confidence, self-worth. This area allows you to understand and embody your value truly and authentically, not only to yourself, but to others and the world around you. So as you tap into this solar plexus energy, infusing yourself with your own healing energy as we are doing Reiki here, I want you to really connect back to that energy of self-worth and see if you can grow it with every single inhale. And as you exhale, just release any doubts, any fears, any worries. We're inhaling that self-worth and we're exhaling any doubt, okay? Continue to breathe at your own pace. Take in 2 more deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you still want to stay here breathing, that's totally fine. If you want to release your hands, perfect. Share with me how you're starting to feel in the chat. What is different? When you first came on here with an energy, with a thought, with a feeling, how has that changed since you've been here today? good, very good. Thank you for sharing, everyone. For those of you who have just tuned in, hello, my name is Melody Unique. I'm an energy healer and spiritual mentor, and in today's live stream, we are starting off with a collective Reiki healing session for self-worth. So if you need some more self-worth, if you know someone needs self-worth, go ahead and share this with them. But come on in. Give yourself some time and space today to just reconnect back to you, to serve you, to nurture you, to nourish you. We often spend so much time and energy trying to please everyone else. Let me see a show of hands in the chat if you're someone who would say that you are pretty much a people pleaser all the time. Or maybe you're recovering too. Let me see a show of hands. If you are someone who has that as a habit that you're trying to break free from, the best way to do that is to start by pleasing you first, right? Honoring you, being grateful for you, relaxing you, loving you. This is a time to rest. This is a time to restore your energy. And this is the time to boost your self-worth just that much more. In a little bit here, we're going to get into mini Reiki sessions where I tap into your energy, see if you have some blockages or imbalances. Maybe you've been in toxic environments lately. Maybe you've been trying to reach that next level of success in your career, but you just don't know what is blocking you. It's like the gods don't want you to be happy, or there's some sort of force working against you. Let me tell you right now, everything that you experience in your external reality is just a reflection of what's going on in your internal reality, and there's nothing that you can't change about your external reality as long as you're remembering that everything comes from the inside first. So let's see what's going on internally that's keeping you in a limited space. Let's see what's going on internally that keeps getting you sick, or you keep getting the cold or a flu or strep throat. Maybe you're having some self-doubt issues, and the self-worth collective Reiki is all you need. That's totally fine. But for those of you who are wanting Reiki sent to them and just them, so we have a little moment here together to heal, then make sure that you're getting your spot in line by going to the link in my bio and hitting mini Reiki session. With that being said, there is a chance for you to get a free mini Reiki session with me when you go to my podcast, either on Spotify or on YouTube. All you need to do is listen to the podcast. You can write a review and screenshot that, or you can just screenshot that you're listening to the podcast, record yourself listening to the podcast, whatever it is. And if you tag me in your Instagram stories, that way I can see your submission, you will get entered to win a free mini Reiki session with me, and I'm going to announce the winner of that next Friday. There are unlimited entries, so if you want to make a post today or a couple posts today and tag me, that's totally fine. One tag equals one submission, and I'll let you know if you're the winner next Friday. Does it work if our Instagram is private? It should, as long as you're tagging me in it. I should get a message. And for any reason, if I don't heart it or give you some sort of like confirmation that I received it, just send me a message of the screenshot that you tagged me, and you'll get entered in. Remember to reconnect back to the breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. The name of my podcast is Awakening Mindset. If you go to any of my socials or the link in my bio, actually you click the link in my bio and it has the recording right on there for you. It starts to play it. Every single week that I'm doing a giveaway, I am going to have different prizes available. So make sure that you're following me on my socials. That way you know exactly when I'm announcing the prize winner, when I'm having the giveaways available, and when I come out with a new episode to the podcast. Very good, everyone. If anyone feels like sharing, this is a safe space. Let me know how your self-worth has been lately. Has it been top-notch, best it's ever been? Has your self-worth been wavering a little bit? Are you using external validation as your primary source of validation, or are you validating yourself? Let me know in the chat. A lot of times, low self-worth is really just your solar plexus being underactive or even blocked. But it's not very good to have an overactive solar plexus either. We are looking for balance here. And for those of you who are still learning about energy and energy centers and how the whole energetic body comes to play in things, when one of your energy centers or chakras is out of balance, it immediately impacts the rest. They start to overcompensate or undercompensate. And through here, that's when you're going to start to notice a couple different things internally that just don't feel right within you, and externally don't feel right. So with that being said too, if you have a blockage or a negatively impacted energy center for a very long time, that will then start to manifest as a physical ailment. So lower back pain, stomach issues, infections, getting randomly sick or staying sick for a very long time, tons of anxiety, maybe leg pain, different diseases in general. So when you're thinking about, okay, maybe some of my symptoms are I have brain fog, I have low self-worth, and my abundance is not flowing as it should, is your first step to just try to change everything externally, try to work 10 times harder at work to get that abundance flowing, or try to drink 10 more coffees to have more mental clarity? Or is your first step tuning into your energy centers and starting from there, healing what needs to be healed, figuring out what's blocked, energy cleansing yourself so you're not feeling drained or anxious? Just food for thought. All right, my loves, anyone have questions for me when it comes to your own healing journey, when it comes to you maybe trying to have less anxiety, when it comes to you just learning about energy in general? How far are you in your healing journey, do you think? Is this something that you started a couple weeks ago, a couple years ago? Have you had some mentors before? Have you had some training in any healing modalities before? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. We're going to go ahead now as you guys are submitting your questions. And we're going to go into mini Reiki healing sessions. So again, now's your time to get in line. I only have a few spots available for today. So if you want to make sure that I'm working on your energy right here, right now, super instant gratification. What sounds better than that? Make sure that you're going to the link in my bio, clicking mini Reiki session. With that being said too, remember that you do have a chance to win a free mini Reiki session by going and listening to my podcast and then screenshotting that or recording yourself listening to it or have a little review and then posting that on your Instagram stories and tagging me. Every single story and tag that you post within this next week will get you one more entry, and it's unlimited entries. So if you really want to make sure that you're getting that free Reiki session, you better be tagging. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead. Upper back tension, heart chakra, in between the heart and the throat. So there could be some things going on there. Graceful faces with that upper back tension through the heart and the throat for sure. Okay, beautiful. So let's see who we have here. So sorry, we have sorry. And their area of concern is, I know what I want to do, but I'm not doing it. I feel exhausted and stuck. I'm disconnected from myself. So anyone else who is feeling like sorry at this time, have your ears perked. The healing that I'm going to be doing on her is exclusive to her and her only, but you will get to relax a little bit. You will get to hear in on some of the advice that's given, and I'm going to be relaying any messages that she needs to hear from spirit right now. So again, feeling disconnected from self, feeling exhausted and stuck, and then knows what she wants, but still not doing it. So sorry. Let's go ahead and have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. First thing that I am seeing here is an overactive heart chakra, an underactive sacral. That can definitely contribute to you not taking the necessary actions that you're wanting to. I feel like there's also something else going on. So I'm going to sit here for a moment and just get all the messages that I possibly can. Okay. I'm hearing identity work, and I'm also hearing limiting beliefs. And so it's really that storyline that you're telling yourself about yourself and about your life over and over and over again. So this is what happens when we tell ourselves a specific storyline that our inner being or our spirit self does not feel is true. Okay? We have a discord going on. We have something that is not aligning within us. Your inner being knows your truth. Your higher self knows your truth. Source, spirit knows your truth. So tap back more into that truth of who you are and a lot less into those storylines that you keep telling yourself about yourself and about your life, okay? It's time to rewrite your life story from the perspective of you being the hero of your own story. You were going through traumas, a lot of us were. You were going through heartaches, you were going through failures, you're going through mistakes, you're going through different challenges. Are you only looking at those? Or are you looking at the fact that you overcame a lot of those scenarios? You overcame a lot of those circumstances. There were also a lot of good things that you did with your time here on earth and in your life, not only for yourself, but for others as well. So what narrative is it that you're leaning too far into that's keeping you in a state where you physically cannot do what your heart wants you to do, right? So really reworking the mind and having those mindset shifts through storytelling, through rewriting that inner narrative and that self-talk is going to be one of the first keys to help you to actually physically move forward into what it is that you know that you have to do. And with that being said, it's going to help you with those limiting beliefs. The thing about identity work is that you truly, truly, truly have to choose your desire wholeheartedly and go all in. You can't have this desire that you want so bad and then have these thoughts that don't align, and then you decide to choose that identity. You choose that former version of yourself who wouldn't even dream to have that one vision of yours be a possibility or be a reality for you. So in identity work, you have to fully step into and embody that new version of you that completely aligns to what that vision is. The universe will always respond back to you what it is that you're projecting, what it is that you're vibrating at. That's why when we do your healing right now and your healing today, we're working on that energetic vibration so that you're actually emitting a cleaner frequency, if you will, that will help you align to that vision. But if we get out of the session and we do the healing, you feel good for a couple days, maybe about a week or so, and you go back to those narratives, you're just going to undo all of the work that we're doing here right now. So it is very important that if you choose this new reality, knowing what it is that you want to do, it's going to get so much clearer for you to know how to do it. That's another thing. Sometimes we know what we want, we don't know how to get there. If you knew how to fully choose, go all in and bet on yourself, if you knew how to rewrite that narrative and self-talk that you have about yourself to keep yourself completely aligned to that vision, and then listen to your heart space when your intuition is telling you where to go, you would know exactly how to get to any point in time. You would just know. It's called inspired action, right? Listening to your intuition and then taking that inspired action. With that momentum, you are going to get to where it is that you want to go. Now, you feeling exhausted and stuck, to me, feels very much like that mental game from what I was hearing. And then feeling disconnected from yourself as well is that heart space speaking and you being mentally disconnected as well. So for you, it's very mental and emotional. I would say it's less physical, maybe a little bit spiritual for you as well, so that you can kind of connect back to that spirit version of you, right? So it's not as hard or challenging to navigate life when spirit's always telling you what to do, whispering in your ear, and you're like, okay, let me just go ahead and do it. So for you though, it still is a little bit more mental and emotional with like a splash of spiritual in there. If we were getting into the 4 energetic bodies, which is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, which I always teach on. So with that being said, I'm going to have you continue to breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to silence myself so you can enjoy your Reiki healing session. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna have you take your hands, rub them together, blow into them 3 times, and place them on your sacral, so place them right below your navel. And breathe into this area and breathe out. I can't remember if I said if this sacral was underactive or blocked, but feeling it more now, it's definitely more on the blocked side. The heart space overactive. And then the crown being underactive as well. It is slightly impacting the third eye too. But mainly it's the crown. So keep breathing here, 3 more deep breaths. Good, you can release your hands, palms facing up, and take 1 more deep breath in with me. Very good, sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and close you out here. And I know that you're already in one of my programs, and I don't know why I'm forgetting, but I believe it's the Reiki mastership that you're in, or the Reiki training. So with that being said, if you haven't continued on through that, make sure that you are continuing on through that, just so you can always have a little bit more of a heightened connection to your spiritual sense. If you are wanting to work together more exclusively, where we have more one-on-one meetings, I do suggest applying for my mentorship. When you apply for my mentorship, I let you know exactly what I'm kind of looking for. And I know that we've spoken a lot together in the past and everything like that, but our updates have been very far apart. So having you apply for that mentorship will have me understand where you're at a little bit more outside of just this mini Reiki session, and what I can do to help serve you and support you through this time, so that you're feeling extremely confident about taking certain action steps towards your future and towards your desired reality, while minimizing the exhaustion and replacing that with a lot more of an energized lifestyle for you. So I have a feeling that maybe we need to do a little bit more energy cleansing. Maybe we need to do just a couple more of these mini Reiki sessions. Whatever it is, we can make it work. But apply for mentorship if that feels like the right next step for you at this time. Other than that, that's all that I have for you. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I've already closed you out, so from now you can just continue to watch, or you can hop off the live stream if you need to. Anyone else resonates with Sari's Reiki healing session, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Kiara, hello. There are 6 days until promotions are announced. Can you pray for me? You got this, girl. You got this, Kiara. We're just allowing ourselves to cruise. We're riding it out. I'm sure you have some sort of feeling though, right? Outside of the fear and anxiety, I'm sure you have some sort of feeling based off of how the work dynamics have been. Let me know how the work dynamics have been. Okay, it flows. It flows. See, you're already part of the flow. There's no need to worry. Faith does not worry. So show of hands, who is next? Who wants a mini Reiki session today? Who wants me to tap into their energy? See what is going on within you that is not quite in proper flow or balance. To read you some messages from Spirit. Kiara's like, it's crazy because I also just thought that. We are two in sync. I love that. We are two in sync. But it's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, so we have Julio, Jasmine, Bubby Gum, Sensei, Emerald, Pampered Chick, Carolyn or Carolina, Vampy Bay. We have Lucy. So all of you guys, make sure that you're going to the link in my bio and reserving your spot, okay? As soon as you click the link in my bio, you're going to hit mini Reiki session and let me know what your area of concern or manifestation is. We work on pretty much anything and everything here. So don't be afraid to go into detail about what it is that you're experiencing, or if you just don't know what you really need, and you're just wanting to get a maintenance checkup to see what's going on with your energy, and get a little bit of a reading and then a healing as well. So make sure that you're signing up by going to, again, the link in my bio, click mini Reiki session, and then let me know what your energy of concern is. Can we manifest through Reiki? Yes, I often help people boost their manifestations with Reiki, because Reiki will help break apart any of the stagnant energy in the body that is keeping you vibrationally from rising to the exact frequency of whatever your desire is. So a lot of times we have these desires and we put it on a pedestal, making ourselves feel lower than the actual vibration. But if we get into the vibration of acceptance, if we get into the vibration of the present moment, if we get into the vibration of gratitude, happiness, love, joy, bliss, we are able to match the frequency of our desire, because we're no longer putting it on a pedestal. We're realizing that, oh, based off of my own energy, I can attract that. I can become a magnet to that. I don't have to chase, I can attract, right? You probably have all heard that at some point before. So allow yourself to be in that frequency of the vibrations of the energy of what your desire is, and Reiki can help you do that. Not only can Reiki help you boost that manifestation, it clears away any obstacles that could be happening externally around you. So if there are a lot of people around you who are speaking negatively towards you and keeping you mentally from achieving certain goals because they just keep bombarding you with manipulation or they're putting you down, Reiki will also kind of help make sure that that's at a minimum. And that's just an example of what can happen. Any other questions for me at this time? For those who are just logging in, hello, we're doing some collective Reiki for self-worth, and we're also getting into mini Reiki sessions, just so you know exactly what you tuned into today. How did I get into Reiki and manifesting? So two completely different things for me, two completely different timelines. I did one of the very first things about spirituality that I consciously knew, because unconsciously I was like working with crystals and like working with pendulums, and I was like, this is so awesome, but like not necessarily knowing fully exactly what I was doing. So my very first conscious lesson, if you will, was through the law of attraction. And so that was manifesting. In a sense, I was manifesting less anxiety. So my spiritual and healing journey really came forth because I was just done with my anxiety and my depression and my PTSD. That's like the best and simplest way I can put it. I was absolutely done, and I knew that I needed to make a change. And so from there, I discovered the law of attraction. From there, I discovered more about meditation. I discovered more about chakras and energy healing. And through purging my own energy centers from the trauma and from the unprocessed emotions that was stagnant within my being, I was able to raise my vibration and heighten my intuition. And from there, I just had such a spot on intuition that I was like, this is amazing. I feel like this is my new passion in life. And it really was. And it was my new purpose. From there, I decided to get trained in energy healing because I knew how to energy heal myself, but I wanted to show other people how to do the same. So I went and got attuned to Reiki 1 and 2, and then got my Reiki master. And I am now in my 3rd or 4th year. I always forget. I think it's 4th year already, of my shamanic apprenticeship. So I'm learning more traditional healing techniques from both North and South America. And so every time you're on a live stream with me, or every time you read an email, every time you see a piece of content from me, or of course, if you're in some of my programs or mentorships, you're always going to have a little bit of education from all of those walks of life that I had, not only from the education that I learned just by myself, but the education I learned through my programs that I invested into. But honestly, I'm letting you know, guys, that if it now that I'm reflecting back on it, if it was not for energy healing, my life would be so completely and vastly different. So different. I would still be so completely stuck in a mindset that I was not good enough. I would be so completely stuck in my panicking and anxiety attacks. I would be stuck in my head, just not allowing myself to like get out of bed or get out of the house or like brush my teeth. And so I came from a pretty severe place, in my opinion. And crawling out of that by myself was not fun or easy. And that's really what truly inspired my business. It truly inspired and awoken within myself Mystique Awakening, which was the pseudo name or whatever that I have for my business, because I was like, the moment I get out of this, that's the thing, I had just sheer willpower. Like, I didn't know exactly how I was going to get out of it, but I knew that I had to make that change. And maybe some of you guys are at that point right now too. Let me know if you're at that point right now, or you've gotten to that point already and you're past it, of just being so completely done with where you're at that you're willing to make any and every change possible so that you can have a healthier lifestyle, whether that's a healthier physical body, it's healthy in your emotional state, healthy in your mental state, healthy in your connection to your own spirit. But I decided to go all in on myself, and that's why I talk about going all in on yourself all the time. Because once you bet on yourself, when you go all in on yourself, when you have a clear vision of where it is that you want to go, and then you actually take those necessary steps, you will see yourself like crawl out of whatever energy or vibration or lifestyle that you're in. The reality essentially completely changes for you. So I see a lot of you guys are agreeing. A lot of you guys have either had that moment or are going through that moment currently. So when I was in that moment, I was like, I'm going to get out of this. I don't know how, but I'm going to get out of this. And I created Mystique Awakening pretty much that day in my head. And I said, the second that I find the right tools, the second that I find the right steps, the second that I get like the secret or the answers, like whatever it was, whenever I find the right strategy for myself to help myself get out of this, I'm going to share it with the world. And that's exactly what I do. So for those of you who are feeling me, who resonate with me at this time, then it's a good sign. Honestly, when it comes to having people in your corner, when it comes to having a support group, when it comes to having a mentor or a coach of some sort, it's very important that you trust them. It's very important that it feels like you know them. It's very important that you can see what they've done for themselves so that you know that they can actually help you. And so if you resonate with me and you're feeling that way about me, then I highly suggest that you apply for mentorship. We can see where you are right now in terms of your challenges. We can see where you are right now in terms of your setbacks, and we can see what your manifestations are, and I will help you bridge that gap. And of course, we go through it in a healing way, because if you're ever trying to manifest something, you know that you have to heal simultaneously. You can't just manifest from an unhealed you just can't manifest from an unhealed spot. And if you do, you're always going to be manifesting more of the same. That's why people think that, I'm just going to manifest a new relationship for myself. And then they go right back into the same toxic patterns or unhealthy patterns, but with a new person. So allowing yourself to be held accountable by a mentor, by a coach in a program that is built and designed tailored to your needs, that's when you have the confidence to actually move forward and heal what's going on inside, so that that's not a repeating pattern for you. let me get a show of hands. Not hands, because we've done hands a couple times. Let's do the 100. You know that red little 100? If you are choosing to go all in on yourself and bet all in on yourself, and this like aligns perfectly with this self-worth intention that we have, if you are ready and willing to go all in on yourself, to live that life that you know that you were born here to live, to get out of whatever mental funk you're in, to get out of whatever emotional stuff you're going through and heal through it, not just bypass it, but actually heal through it so that you can transform yourself in a life-altering, life-changing way. Give me a 100 emoji in the chat. And if you're actually ready to be held accountable, meaning you actually want my support in this, where I will be contacting you and seeing if you're up to date, where I give you the practices and techniques to help you along your journey, no matter what kind of desire it is that you have. Not only do I want you to put a 100 in the chat right now, you can still listen to my voice when you do this. Go to my little name, my little icon right there, click the link in my bio and apply for mentorship. Just answer some questions. Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. I promise I don't bite. But if you're ready and willing to go all in, I want to see your submissions. I want to see what's going on with your life. I want to tap into this community that we have here right now and see where you guys are at, right? And then I will do everything in my power to support you through this time and give you everything that you need, okay? Especially too, if you're someone who's been looking for some sort of like solution, if you've been looking for, you know, like you go on the meditations on YouTube and you go and you do the pick a pile readings all the time. Maybe you've had a mentor or a coach before, but you're still kind of feeling like you need a little bit more guidance. You need something that's a little bit more specifically tuned into what you're going through at this time, then definitely make sure that you're applying for that mentorship, and we'll see. Because when I mentor people, it's 90 days, you and me, exclusive support, zero limits, absolutely no freaking limits to where it is that you want to go. But I tailor the experience to you. So it's not going to be everyone watching the same modules. It's not going to be like a course curriculum where you have to like check off, okay, I watched this whole entire video, now on to the next one. I do have programs like that, and I love programs like that. But when it comes to healing mentorship, healing is not linear. And I didn't want to create a linear mentorship when I work with individuals who are going through things completely different. So to give you a sense of who I do work for, or who I have worked with, or who I'm working with now, I do work with a lot of people who are just interested in manifesting more self-love for themselves. I've worked with people who are looking to manifest a new business venture and to have online be their mode of transportation for that. So to have a social media background, if you will, to get new clients and to reach more people. I've worked with people who have gone through depression and are working themselves out of that way, out of that lifestyle, out of that feeling within their being, because it usually is just an imbalance, right? So I do work with those who are just ready and willing. That's the thing. You have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. If you're not consistent, if you're not disciplined, then just keep on watching these Reiki videos. But if you're actually ready to improve your life and go all in, like I saw you guys do, like I saw you guys say, it's definitely time to make sure that we're taking that extra step. AZ, the mentorship can vary in that way. So just fill out the application and we can work on whatever is within your budget. So we have Josie, we have Awakened Soul, we have Maria, I love that username. We have Bibi, we have Guera, we have Minona, Kim, Zoe, Teresa, we have For Life, Clara, Mila, Manly. I want to see all your guys' submissions if you're ready and willing. If you're not ready and willing, maybe now's not the time. But if you're trying to make certain breakthroughs in life, definitely make sure that I get your application. Beautiful. So I'm gonna go back into mini Reiki sessions. Again, if you're interested in a mini Reiki session, go to the link in my bio. Let me know your area of concern or your manifestation. Okay. Tiff, I see you here, that you're next. Give me 1 second to tap in. And then whatever comes up is fine. Okay, perfect. So Tiff, we're gonna see whatever comes up. I'm gonna have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat, Tiff. Take a deep breath in for me. And a deep breath out. Oof, okay, I'm sensing a lot of overactivity in the crown, a lot of overactivity in the third eye, even some overactivity in the throat space, which I have not seen in a while. And then I also see a very blocked root. Those are like the main energy centers that are coming out and showing things to me at this time. What I can really sense within you, because that throat is definitely something I was curious about. I sense you lashing out a lot. I sense you using your throat in a way that is not bringing a lot of positivity into your life. And because of that blocked root, I sense so much anger. I sense you may be someone who has been told that you hold on to anger a lot and that you get easily frustrated or agitated, or you hold a grudge is also what I'm hearing for you. And so if you're taking all of that anger and you don't know where to place it, you don't know how to discharge it, but the only thing you know how to do is like speak about it, you may be lashing out, you may be opening your mouth during times that are inappropriate, you may be even trying to speak normally and not trying to get on anyone's nerves, so to speak, but you still somehow do get on people's nerves, just based off of what they're telling you. I feel like a very combative energy. But at the same time, I feel like that's just not how you want to like be. I feel like you are very misunderstood because of that. And the correlation that we have between those energy centers are so strong that I feel like when you are trying to release it, it's kind of cathartic. Like, yes, I'm standing up for myself, or yes, I'm trying to get my point across, or like, I just feel like I need to get this off my chest. But not every single thought you have should be articulated in a way with an energy that is so highly charged with emotion that's more on the negative side. And so with that being said, I sense that you may be, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I sense that you may be someone who is actively trying to connect to that higher level of consciousness for yourself, or that God energy, the source energy, your higher self in general. And I feel like you striving to do that. But when you have a blocked root, it's very hard to connect sometimes to a higher level of consciousness or to your own intuition in general. And so with that being said, it's super important that we work on that blocked root first, because when you can release that block and then it becomes more of a balanced energy center, it's almost like a tree. Imagine a tree that it gets planted, it grows roots, and then after it has grown its roots, it's then able to kind of grow upwards and then have branches. And so essentially we are the same way. We have to have that solid connection to Mother Earth energy, to the physical reality, to our own bodies, to the present moment. And when we are having that strong connected balance and connection, we are then able to access higher levels of consciousness without having to strive so hard for it. So I can sense that maybe meditation has been something that is challenging for you. Quieting your mind is challenging for you. Maybe you trying to understand certain synchronicities or certain dreams can be challenging for you. And if that's the case, I'm letting you know right now, it all has to do with that blocked root. So we're going to start with that first and foremost. With that being said, grounding, literal grounding, standing outside barefoot or communing, touching the earth in some sort of way, gardening, things like that, skin to earth contact for at least 20 minutes a day, preferably 2 times a day if you can, is going to be something that helps you discharge so much of that anger and discharge like the resentments, the grudges that you're holding on to, just a lot of that highly charged energy that you have no idea what else to do with. Discharge that out into nature and you will become a lot more balanced and self-centered. Not self-centered in like a bad way, but centered within yourself is what I mean. So we're going to start with the root. We're going to climb up to the throat and then work on the last 2. So I'm going to have you continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. Keep breathing in deep. Good. I do sense that you are still very accustomed to holding on to a lot of that energy in the root. So this is definitely something that we should continue working on in the future, so that this is something that is continuously just being worked on in general. We can allow some more flow to come into this area, because it's not just the anger, it's not just the grudges or anything that you may be holding on to in an emotional state. This could also be impacting you very physically. So if you have lower back pain, if you have issues with your knees, even if you're having issues with your feet, or something going on in terms of lack of finances, a lack of feeling safe, or a lack of feeling protected even, that's a big one that I'm hearing your spirit guide say. A blocked root is going to challenge all of that. It's going to accentuate all of that. So we really want to make sure that we're continuing to work through and heal this block as much as we possibly can. And sometimes it may feel uncomfy, because we're basically conditioning ourselves to function in a way that we haven't functioned maybe even ever. And so if this is something that you're serious about healing through, we will definitely get you some good recommendations moving forward. Good. Keep on breathing. I'm going to go ahead and write a Reiki symbol here, just to allow you to feel a lot more protected, to make you feel a lot more safe. Maybe even just give you that much more strength to really face some of the fears and frustrations and anger, because anger, frustration, agitation, those are all side emotions. Those are like secondary emotions. They're never the root cause. And so I'm feeling that there's like fear here that may need to be looked at and overcome. Sharing a little bit more love and compassion with yourself in the areas where you may feel a little bit weak. Okay, moving up to the throat. Your spirit guides are saying there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. So that may be when you're communicating, right? There's a time and a place to communicate such things. There's a way to do it where you can still get your point across, but doing so in a way that still feels very connected, if you will. I'm trying to find a different word for you. Communicating in a way that is coming from a more calm place in general. Beautiful. And then 2 energy centers. They already feel so much better because of the root work that we did. Like I said earlier, just one little energy center being out of balance can really impact the rest. And this time, those top 3 energy centers are overcompensating for the lack of energy that's happening. It's like we're bottlenecking that energy up at the top. But it does feel a lot better than from when we started. Very good. I'm going to have you breathe in one more time for me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good, Tiff. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. So for you, 2 different options that we have. If you are ready to move forward working together for the next 90 days, I can create a completely tailored and customized to you healing game plan. And from there, it's going to be 1 week on, 1 week off for the Reiki sessions. So when we have a Reiki session, that's 1 week. The next week is going to be more of a sit down chit chat. Like we're just going to have a conversation. We're going to walk you through a couple different practices and techniques that you can use to heal yourself, to energy cleanse yourself, to get yourself back in a balanced state. If you have a certain desire, we're going to work on you manifesting that. And what's good about that too is that we get to kind of co-create it together. And I always feel that magic, it's a lot more powerful when you can co-create that magic as well. So with that being said, we're going to have half the time of our consultation or half the time of our mentorship together be Reiki sessions, and half the time be more of a sit down chit chat and walk you through some different practices and techniques to apply into your everyday life. And so you can apply for mentorship that way. If you feel like you're not ready to take on 90 days, then I would suggest at least the Beyond Balance program. This way it's completely self-paced. You don't have to rely on Zoom meetings to meet up with me or anything like that. I'm actually very far away from it. That's going to be like the 2 different things. Of course, it's a program that I created, so my energy is infused in there, but there are no one-on-one exclusive meetings with the Beyond Balance program. We can chit chat back and forth when it comes to emailing, but outside of that, if you're wanting the one-on-one exclusive sessions, that's going to be through my mentorship only. What is good about the Beyond Balance program is that we do walk you through healing the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. So it gives you a really good foundation to heal yourself and really get started in decompressing a lot of the anger that I'm feeling arise within you. So that's what came up today. Thanks so much for allowing me to tap into your energy and heal you. And I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. Okay, so we do have some more people who are in a mini Reiki session or have signed up for a mini Reiki session. Anyone resonate with Tiff's session today? Let me know. I have Alejandra, and then I have Stephanie, who's after. So Alejandra, thank you so much for being patient. Right now, your area of concern is wealth/career. So Alejandra, I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We have a lot of overactivity going on in the third eye. The throat is in a very peculiar space right now. I'm trying to tap in further and see what's really going on here. Throat is blocked. Throat is blocked. It's blocked. Let me see what else is going on. Underactive solar plexus. And I'm going to say that the root is pretty much blocked as well. So with that being said, when we're looking to advance in our wealth, when we're looking to manifest more abundance for ourselves, when we're trying to manifest more success in our career, it is very important that we feel stable, we feel secure, because what does wealth and our career bring to us? It brings us security, right? It brings us more freedom. It brings us more choices. And so when we are not feeling very free, when we're feeling very limited and restricted, when we are operating under the energy of lack, when we are not feeling stable, not feeling safe, not feeling secure by any means, that is going to heavily translate to our external reality. So what we can do is tune back into our own energy and kind of recalibrate back to our natural state of being. And a lot of times our natural state of being is literally just peace, harmony, and balance. And so right now we have a couple different imbalances that we need to touch on. And so we want to start with the root. I always love working with the root first because that is our solid foundation. If the root is out of place, everything else you can pretty much imagine is going to be out of place from there. It's like when you're trying to create like a Jenga tower. If you only had one little wooden block and you had a whole bunch of stuff on top of it, you would always be like, ooh, feeling uneasy, right? And so that uneasy feeling or that lack feeling, that doubt, fear, or worry is really impacting, I feel, the realm of wealth and career for you at this time. So we're going to work on that root first. Then we're going to jump up to, I believe it was the solar plexus. It was also underactive. So as you know, today's theme for the collective Reiki was self-worth. I felt a lot of self-worth issues come up for you. So we're going to see if we can alchemize some of those. If there are emotions that come up, allow them to come up and out. You can cry, you can laugh, you can hum, you can just breathe deep and really facilitate that inner filtration system of your emotions. That way we can purge some things that need to be released and infuse you with a lot more confidence as you're going forward and excelling in your wealth and in your career. From that point, we have the throat that was blocked, so we're going to see what's going on with that, and a completely overactive third eye. And that to me shows me that you're really looking for the next idea, the next answer, the next solution when it comes to your wealth and your career. I feel like you've been doing a lot of research. I feel like you've been praying to the universe. I feel like you've been thinking about it like every single time that you wake up, and like right before you go to bed, it's still on your mind. And so we have to ease up on that mental stimulus and get back more into the present moment, because if you are way too caught up in your mind and thinking about the future of not having something or having something that you need to make it happen, or what's the next plan, or infusing so much like podcasts and videos and information in your head, it's going to overwhelm you. And I see that it's overwhelming you and you can't integrate all of that information into a manifestation. So last thing before I actually start is it's very important to understand how manifestations work through your energy centers. And if that energy is stuck here, it starts here. So if it's already stuck and stagnant right up here, that manifestation, whatever it is, that desire that you have in wealth and career, is going to be very challenging for you to actually materialize into the physical form, because it's ending at that very first like layer. It has to go all the way down through the root essentially, so we can let go of that manifestation, let go of that desire, but let go with the knowing that it is meant to be experienced, right? And you will be experiencing that desire. So with that being said, continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you can, sit up tall and straight. Make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the ground or on the ground. Really feel the sensations of your feet, of your knees, of your thighs, of your tailbone. Focus in on this energy of the root. You may start to feel a little tingly, perfectly normal. But if you start to feel any emotions surface up, of the fear, the doubt, the lack, the worry, the insecurity, whatever it is, see if you can push that energy all the way down and out through the bottoms of your feet. Focusing in on the root as I move upwards to your other energy centers. Take in 2 more deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good. All right, Alejandra, that is all that I have for you today. I would say for you, if you really are looking to manifest more wealth or some sort of progress in your career, that we work exclusively together. That way you're able to not only maintain the healing work that we did after this session so that you can continue on a little bit of a healthier path for you, not only energetically, but mentally as well. I would definitely say let's work together. You can apply for my one-on-one mentorship. That way we have 90 days together and I'm able to customize a game plan for you to heal and manifest exactly what it is that you're desiring. Or if you're not ready to work through a 90-day mentorship, we can start a little bit smaller and do the Beyond Balance program. That's just 30 days. It's completely self-paced. You're able to log in, watch the modules. There is distance healing in there. And we go over how to heal the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. That way you can regulate your nervous system and manifest what you desire much easier as well. But if you're wanting my support a little bit more exclusively, where we sit down and actually converse back and forth, I definitely suggest going more so for that mentorship. You can wait for the email that I'm going to send for your replay with those links, or you can just go right now to the top of my page. You can still hear the live stream if you go to my name or my picture up here, go to the link in my bio and hit apply for mentorship. That way I can get you enrolled in this month as soon as possible and get started working right away. So with that being said, know me. If you want a mini Reiki session, go to the link in my bio and hit mini Reiki session. Let me know what your area of concern or manifestation is. Thank you so much. As soon as I closed my eyes, the tears just started rolling down. Good. That means that you had a really good emotional release, which is exactly what we're looking for the majority of the time when we're doing some energy healing. Emotions are just energy in motion, and they often get trapped and stuck inside the body. And so it's my job to help you facilitate the breath work, facilitate the healing, facilitate the relaxation within your own being, so that you can give those stagnant emotions or trapped emotions an exit point. And once they do exit, you feel lighter, you feel brighter. So make sure too that you're doing something very fun later today, something to look forward to. So it's not just a day of tears, but it's going to be a day of tears and then like happiness and joy and laughter and lightheartedness as well. So let me see who's next. I believe it was Stephanie, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Stephanie. So the area of concern for you is stress. So Stephanie, I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in for me. And a deep breath out. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of overactivity in the solar plexus. I'm seeing a lot of overactivity in the crown and the third eye as well. So no wonder you're stressed. I feel like you're overstimulated just in general. I'm not sure if you're someone who like always drinks a lot of coffee or caffeine during the day, or you have a lot of sugar in you every single day, or you're someone who just always likes to be a part of different things. And so maybe you have a little bit more of like a, if we're speaking human design, maybe you're a little bit more of like a generator or a generating manifester. You always have to like keep busy. You always have to stay productive. You always have to be stimulated. You don't really like to sit down and be quiet. That could be something that I'm picking up. Or maybe it's just that you want to have those moments of relaxation and quietness, but maybe you have a big family and you have to take care of them, or your job just requires a lot from you. And so stimulus wise, you're always just having to be on go, 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 go. And I feel like that could also be what is causing a lot of your stress. So we've got a couple overactive energy centers. Let me see what else is going on for you. The root is underactive, not completely blocked, but I am sensing a disconnect. It feels like you may spend a lot of your day indoors, like day in, day out, and maybe it's challenging for you to go out in nature, or when you do go out in nature, maybe you still like have your phone on you, you're still paying attention to something else, and you're not allowing yourself to like fully connect to the present moment, and just kind of shut the world out and just like be a little bit more internalized. I feel like, again, your energy is very vibrant. You may be more of an outgoing person as well, and it could be difficult for you to kind of turn that off, where you're just like, oh, I gotta perform, I gotta be on top of it, like I gotta do these meetings, or like you just always put yourself in a social setting where it's like, oh, I want to be the life of the party and I want to go out and do these things, even though I should rest, I still want to do that. I'm sensing that could also be a potential for you too, as to why your root is in an underactive spot. So we're going to focus on those main energy centers for you and see if we can calm the body down. Something I will say is that if you're looking to decompress the stress that's happening within your own being, you have to break it up into 4 different parts. You have to understand the rule to releasing stress from the physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. A lot of times when I have clients come to me and they want to release stress and anxiety, they only are doing 1 or 2 of the 4, and that's exactly why they're still stressed. So for instance, if someone's like, well, I do exercise, I do move out, I like get into my body and I do like move my limbs around and I do my yoga, I'm like, okay, so what are you doing to decompress that stress from your mind? And they're like, oh, like I don't. And I'm like, okay, so we have to make sure that we have all of those in mind while we're decompressing stress, and that you actually have a strategy or some sort of practice that you do daily to decompress, okay? Because we have to gear up sometimes in the beginning of the day, but what are you doing to actually power down? What are you doing to actually prepare yourself too at the beginning of the day so that you can have enough bandwidth to bring more energy into certain situations and environments. So keep those things in mind. But right now we're going to have you completely relax. So make sure that you are breathing in deep in through your nose and out through your mouth. For you, we are going to start with the root as well. Stephanie, I'm going to have you take in 2 more deep breaths for me. In through the nose. Try to drag it out as long as possible. And out. In. right, Stephanie, gonna go ahead and close you out. Thanks so much for trusting me with your energy today. Let me know how everything resonated with you. I would say moving forward, if you want to work on a healing game plan to get you into a little bit more of a stress-free life, we can definitely make that a possibility for you. I would suggest too to apply for mentorship. That way we can go back and forth a lot more than we were able to here on the live stream and really get to the bottom of what exactly is stressing you out externally, how you're feeling internally, what your desires are, what you feel like your setbacks are, and get you into a really nice routine that will work you towards whatever goal it is that you have. So with that being said, I will send you that link through email, or you can just apply right now through the link in my bio. That way we can begin working together. Thank you again so much. With that, anyone really resonate with Stephanie? Just stress today, but was there anything in particular that really called out to you, something that is a takeaway, something that you wish to implement a little bit more of? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Feel much lighter. Beautiful. Very good. Definitely watch the replay of the session when I send it to you. That way you can continue just like building on top of the momentum that we had today in terms of relaxation for continued healing. When I do mini Reiki sessions, this energy does last within your system for at least the next 10 days or so. So you will be noticing some different energetic shifts within the next week. So everyone, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I had it, lost it just as quickly. For those of you who are wanting a free mini Reiki session, you do have a chance to win one. What you can do is go listen to my podcast over on Spotify or on YouTube. It's called Awakening Mindset. It's always going to be at the link at the top of my page. So if you click that link, you're going to see the podcast episode right there and you can press play. Or if you want to go and visit YouTube, you can. From there, all you need to do is either write a review on that podcast. Let me know what some insights or takeaways were. Let me know if there is anything that you want me to talk about next in that review as well. Or you could just screenshot that you're listening to the podcast and go to your stories on Instagram and tag me over there. So you have to be following me and you have to tag me. There are no limits to the submissions, and every single story that you post where you tag me is going to be a submission. So as long as I see that you submitted, you're going to get entered into my giveaway. And then next week, next Friday, I'm going to announce who the winner is. Every single week, I am going to have a different prize. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see what that prize is. But for this first giveaway, it's going to be a mini Reiki session, which you've been seeing right here, right now. So if you've always felt like you wanted a mini Reiki session and you're wanting to win one, that is the best way that you can win one at this time. Hi, what does it mean to see yellow butterflies 1 to 2 times a day? So butterflies, spirits can come through the form of butterflies. So it could be some sort of lost loved one if you have a loved one who has transitioned, or it could just simply mean transformation, because butterflies really mean transformational stages in life, embodying your most authentic self once you've gone through that transformation, letting go, understanding that there is time where you may feel like you're suffering a little bit or feel like there's a lot of challenges, but then once you are able to kind of find your resilience through that, not control as much, when you are surrendering to the process of your own transformation, that's when things become a lot lighter and you'll start to see that new reality for yourself. How to find clarity when feeling foggy. So whenever you're feeling mentally foggy, a lot of the times you are lacking a connection to Mother Earth energy, and you are solely relying on your connection to like Father Sky, divine, cosmic, electric energy. So with that being said, it's time to get out of your head and it's time to get into your body more so. Typically speaking, is what I see with a lot of my clients who are going through some sort of fogginess, is that they have a disconnect from the physical material world. So really focus in on your root, really focus in on your sacral, and really focus in on your solar plexus. You can't fix mental fog through mental avenues. So you can't think your way into a solution. You can't research, like, okay, this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta. It's just get into your physical body, and then you will start to see some positive impacts. You really need to find out what it means. You can go on to your search engine and type in the medicine of a butterfly, like spirit animal medicine for butterfly, and it will show you what that spiritual message is and the medicine that the butterfly wants to give you at this time. Because when you see a lot of animals in your dreams repeatedly, or you're seeing them out in reality repeatedly, that is some sort of sign, it is some sort of message. And a lot of times these spirit animals that come through are giving you medicine. And so either you're doing too much of one thing or not enough of one thing, and that animal decided to present itself to you to give you some sort of a reminder and to alchemize whatever it is that's going on, and to give you a little bit more clarity and insight to certain areas of your life. So definitely do a little bit of research on that. Beautiful. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. If you want to continue working together on your healing journey, I highly suggest that you go to the link in my bio and you apply for mentorship. That way I can see what your challenges are, see where you feel that you have your setbacks, where your desires are, and help you bridge the gap between the two. It's always going to be 1 week of Reiki, and the next week it's going to be me and you over Zoom, giving you some guidance, giving you some support, and walking you through different healing techniques so that you can find a lot more peace, balance, and harmony within your own being. Because from there, that is the perfect breeding ground to manifest whatever reality it is that you're looking for. So if that's something that you're interested in, do not delay, because I can only take a couple different clients for mentorship in a single month. So you want to make sure that you're getting in as soon as you can, so we can get you to where you want to go quickly and easily. All right. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.